Okay, as we're coming back from break, right? We're gonna do lab 3 today. I know that we didn't get to hit this part last time, for the first lab, because just procedure for us would be long last time. So we're going to do malware analysis in Wireshark. Okay. So you're gonna connect your external hard drive, and this is mine. So once you connect it, yours is gonna look Toshiba. And then you're going to take the CIS27A forensic VM fall 23, like what we've done last time, right? And we're gonna drag it to the desktop or copy it. So you can simply right click from the drive, make sure we copy this folder, and then we can choose copy, which is this symbol, and then go to your desktop and then paste it. So I have it here. You can drag it or you can copy paste. Let me open up my procedure that I had. Oh, I'm coming to download. Oh, because it's on. Puts it on the temp folder and because it's Edge. Okay. If you're using Microsoft Edge, just make sure you save it to your USB or something that you can find. Okay. Or your desktop. To save my file? Oh, for the drive. So you connect your drive. And then you're gonna go to this PC. Click on your drive. And then find the forensic VM fall 23 folder. And you just drag it onto your desktop. Hold down your left click and then drag it. Or you can right click, click copy, and then go to your desktop, right click, and then click paste, which is the clipboard. It's easy if you plug in your drive, open up this PC, click on your USB drive, which yours is gonna say Toshiba, and then you're just gonna drag the CIS27A forensic VM onto your desktop. Is that okay? All right. So that's gonna take a few minutes for it to transfer the folder, not too long, right? We don't have to unzip or anything like Kali. So once you have the folder, it's gonna show up on your desktop. Let me open up my lab instruction. So with that, I just did step 1, right? I dragged the folder, I copy pasted onto my computer desktop. Then I need to open up VirtualBox app. And it's already installed on the PC, so we can go to the Windows search bar on the bottom and type in VirtualBox. You can just do virtual and it will come up and you would see Oracle VM VirtualBox. Then you click the app. So that's step 2. Okay. Then step 3, I'm sorry, that's step 3. Then step 4, we're gonna add the virtual machine. So step 4, we're gonna click the plus sign, add. And if this pops up, just exit, just close it, right? And then I'm gonna browse to my desktop where my virtual machine folder is, double click and double click its subfolder, and I'm gonna find my VBox file. And then click open. So again, right? After I open up my VirtualBox app from step 3, I click add, close the prompt. On the left side, click my desktop. Open up the folder that I had copied, its subfolder, and then click the VBox file and click open. Once you get here, we can simply start, click start. Right? So when you add it to the playlist on the left, and then you gotta run it by clicking start. Okay, so I just did step 5 and 6. Then we're gonna log in just like before. So the first part A is just to load your virtual machine. Now, once the virtual machine is downloaded, like what we did in the first lab, right? You're gonna install Chrome. That takes a few seconds. Log into Canvas. Then access the lab so you can click the link. Because even if I enable by direction, Windows doesn't allow us to copy and paste like what you see in Linux. So inside the virtual machine, install Chrome, use Chrome to log into Canvas. I put lab 2, but I meant lab. Is it lab 2? Yeah, it is lab 2 for you guys, right? Lab 3. So access the lab 3 document. Sorry, I need to fix that. And then you need to click the link from that document. So I'll walk you through it. Okay, let's log in. So once your system boots, your virtual machine boots, just click on it and then log in. All caps CIS27A. Press enter. Here's your desktop. So your password is here. And then I'm going to go ahead and open up my Internet Explorer. And I just need to download Chrome because it's the easier way. Search for Chrome download.
The computer automatically have the Windows Explorer?
Yes, the E is, or you mean Internet Explorer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the E, the blue E. Okay, so open up Internet Explorer and then on the search bar, just do Chrome download. And then we're going to click download Chrome. And then we're going to click save. And then we're going to run. So as you do that, you are working on step 9. I'm sorry, 8, and then going to 9. So you might see the little blinking firewall icon showing up here, right? After I click run to run the Chrome installation, click it, and then you gotta allow it. Yes, I'm gonna install. And it's gonna take a minute for it to put the files in your system. Okay, so if you see the blinking icon when you run the exe for Chrome installation, click it and then you gotta say yes, allow it. Okay. Yes. this file and the VBox file for the application. It needs to be done. So, okay, so copy it. Give me, it's gonna take like a few minutes. I'll copy drive to drive for you, okay? Oh, you got one? Okay, yeah, I thought that would be so. Okay. Yeah, check, make sure before you copy, open up the drive and look inside the folder, make sure you see an orange and a blue file. If there's additional files there, then that means that they modify the machine already, okay? All right, so we're gonna click don't sign in, skip, and you're gonna get this message, scroll down or expand it or more, and then click got it. So Chrome is here. You can just log into Canvas using outlook.com or Outlook 365 and then click login. So once we download the lab document or access it, I want you to sign off Canvas because when we're playing with virus, right, you just got malware, you just got to be careful about your credential to other things. So, okay, so once we are here, just put in your email address. And then your password. You see the prompt, you just click close. Add. Close that.
Cancel.
Yeah, just close, click the X. And then on the left, browse to your desktop and find the folder that you copied. Okay. Save password? No. I don't ever save password in virtual machine or system that I'm using at work or school. Only my personal system that I save. Because, you know, if you click save, if you need to log in later, yes, that's convenient, but, you know, it's up to you, but I really think credential should not be stored unless it's personal device. Okay, so once I'm here, I'm logged into Office 365. I'm going to click the all apps, which are the 9 dots at the top. And then click Canvas. And that allows you to log into Canvas without retyping in the password through Microsoft Outlook.
So, I clicked add, but it won't let me get past the, sheet.
Click the plus sign, add the green plus sign,
This one, right?
close, exit. Yeah. And then on the left, click desktop. No, on the left, on your,
On this,
yeah, on that Windows left, click desktop. Yeah, on the left. Okay, good. All right. And then open that up, that folder, and click the VBox file. Yes. Okay. Now click start.
so we're good.
Yes. You have to believe in yourself that you can do this, right?
Yeah.
Without, because you have the procedure. So you just slow down, go back to the step, and you can do this.
I think
okay?
where it got me tripped up was that it kept saying I didn't have permission. So you just exit out of that.
Well, that's just an RCCD thing. At home, you don't have that problem. Yeah. Okay. So I logged into Canvas and then I click my course and then I go down to lab 3. Right? Here. And make sure that we're using Chrome, okay? Because you're going to have a hard time finding your download in Internet Explorer. Besides, it's dated anyways, it won't let you. And then go down to the document and you're going to click the step 10 link. Okay, just, if you don't have to download it, you can just click the link. And this is gonna pop up. So what I did was, I had logged into Canvas, right? I accessed my lab 3, go to step 10, click on the link on the step 10 in when you do the preview in on the lab page, click step 10 and it's gonna take me here. Then you are going to click this pops up, you're gonna click the download button at the top. And it's gonna say, hey, this is, you know, there might be virus, we know that, right? There's real virus in this one, right? And so is the other one. We're gonna download anyway. This is just Chrome security. So when I'm done with this, I just delete the virtual machine, right? Okay, are we good? Did you need me to walk you through that step again? Okay. So click the link on step 10. When you see the Google Drive, click the download button at the top and say, yes, I will download anyway. Okay. Then what you are gonna do, back to your virtual machine, right? We're gonna close Canvas, exit out of it because we're done with that part. You can log off or close it. You can also close your Outlook. And then we can close this page. So close all your browser page. And go to your File Explorer. Sorry, it got blocked with my caption. Okay. So I'm back to this. So click the folder on your virtual machine taskbar. This folder right here, click it. Go to downloads. And you see that this is the unit 42. That's the one that we just downloaded. Okay. So click it and then right click. And we're gonna do extract all. So after you download it from the link from step 10, close all your browser application, go to your downloads folder inside the virtual machine, find the unit 42 Wireshark quiz.cap.zip, and then right click and then extract all.
Could you go back?
Mm-hmm. Go back to what?
Auto.
From the downloading the file? Oh, okay. So open up, I installed and download Chrome, right? Okay. And you downloaded the file?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is right here.
No, that's just Chrome. Yeah, download the Chrome. Okay. So once you download the file, you click the file manager, which is the folder right here. Go to your downloads because it's Chrome, so it puts it on downloads. And then right click the zip file that you had just downloaded, the .pcap. Right click and then extract all. And then click extract. Yep. Now it's gonna pop up with the message saying, hey, I need a password. Type in all lowercase infected. And then press OK.
Go back to step.
To extract. Step 12. Okay, so I click on the file manager and go to downloads. And I would see a zip folder. Right click and choose extract all. You guys need to follow instructions. It's written right here. I'm sorry, step 12. No. For Wireshark, you mean? No,
You have to sign into Chrome.
no. Just log into your Outlook, your school Outlook. Just like we did in the first lab, remember? And then access Canvas and access the lab document. Okay, are we good with extracting the PCAP file?
Right.
Extract all. Look at step 12, please. Extract all. And then you're gonna see the little password. Type in infected lowercase. So once we extract, we have the file that we need. Basically, a capture of all the network traffic that happened at that moment in time. And so it's from 2023. You can see from the link. And we're going to open up the Wireshark inside the virtual machine. So once I extract, I can close this window. And to open Wireshark, you see the blue fin on your desktop, or you can search it here on your Windows search bar. So I simply double click Wireshark, the blue fin. And that will be step 13. And it says this, don't install update because it's going to take a while. So we're going to exit at home in real life, right? Spend the time to do updates. So close this. Now, once your Wireshark is open, you're going to click File, Open, and then go down to this PC, Downloads, and find the extracted folder, okay? Not the zip folder. If you see the zip symbol, do not click it for that step. Click this, the folder without the zip symbol. Click Open, and then find your Wireshark quiz. Because if you click the zip one, files compress and it's gonna run into problem. So you're gonna get a problem, okay? You're gonna get an error. So here I put down that once you have the Wireshark, click the File menu at the top, click Open and browse to your Downloads folder and find the extracted folder, the one without the zip symbol, and click the PCAP. And then click Open. Okay?
In the virtual machine.
Yeah, click Got it.
Yeah.
Did you need me to walk you through that step again? Okay. Open up the Wireshark app by double clicking the fin. Then I'm going to open the captured file that I downloaded and extracted. Remember, extracted is the key word, okay? Click the File menu at the top left. Click Open option. And then go to this PC. Go to Downloads. And then find the folder without the zip symbol. Double click or click Open. And then find the file. It should say 2023-02 Wireshark quiz. Click Open. And it's going to load like this. Okay. If you get an error, that means that you're using the zip folder, not the extracted folder. Okay. So we got the capture that we need. Are you logged into Office 365? Okay. So go here. Go here. Type Office 365 login. Or Outlook, I'm sorry. Outlook. And then click that. And then log in. Sign in. Okay, with your student email and password. And then click the all apps at the top on Canvas. Okay. Yep. File and browse business. Other questions? Okay, we got the extracted folder, the file loaded to the Wireshark network capture. So how do they capture this? Using Wireshark or another tool similar to it, right? So now our goal is to find the malware, right? We know that it came into our network and we want to know what it is and which system it hits, right? So here, what we're going to do is you would start with HTTP requests. Why? It's because it's coming from the web and we know that it's downloaded from a website. So, you know, when you type in URL HTTP, right? So HTTP requests, the reason why is when you connect into a website like google.com or youtube.com, you're requesting a web service from the web server. So with that, the traffic is recorded, right? We wanted to see who requested the web connection. So what you're gonna do is on the Wireshark here, I'm gonna do this so I can, and you see the little thing, you can click the small baby blue X. Okay. You are gonna go to the filter bar, which is like this bar right above time, source, and destination. You are going to type in the bolded letters with the parentheses, okay? So parentheses, http.request space or TLS.handshake. And you see how it kind of pre-fill out or it gives you the list. You can also click it, .type equal 1 and then close the parentheses, space and exclamation, and space, exclamation point, parentheses, SSDP. So what are we doing? We are filtering all the network traffic, looking for HTTP requests that has secure session, encrypted session, which is TLS handshake, right? But excluding SSDP network traffic. Then what you can do is you can press enter key as soon as you finish that parentheses or click the blue arrow on the right. And what it does is it filters down the things. So here, click all apps. We remember this from first lab. And then click more apps. And then click Canvas. Okay? Your Canvas. All apps. And then go ahead. All right. Questions? Request. Yeah, if you see the pink or it doesn't let you click, that means that it's not understanding the pink. Right. So or TLS dot handshake dot type equal 1 and space and space after the and. Oh. Then not if we see pink on the bar, just check your typo.
Is this lab 3 document?
Lab 3. Go to the module and go down to unit 3. Just click on lab 3 and then you should see step 10. Click the link. Okay, so we filter out all the web requests from the system, right? And you notice that there's one system that's requesting web connection with TLS. That's all the criteria we put in for the filter, right? So when you're working with network traffic, network capture, let's filter down. Why am I looking for these things? Well, I know that it is a request for the web, and sometimes you have to go part by part, right? HTTP request, find that. And then you're like, oh, okay, maybe it's a secure session at the TLS, right? So I put it all in one for you because it's easier just to do it one shot but sometimes you have to go at each level. Okay, so take a screenshot. And how do we screenshot? We can use snip or print screen. So click the snipping tool, right? New, and then drag it and then paste it onto your lab document. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the detail that we filter. What is the source IP address? Mostly, I have the 10.0.0.149. You got to type it as shown. Okay? 10.0.0.149. So this system is requesting web connection to these servers. Okay, we want to know what that is, which system that is. Yes, the source IP address. That's the IP address. Version 4. Okay. The whole thing. The dot and the zeros. So they're all 4 octet, 32 bits. Do not leave anything out, right? 10.0.0.149. And then click the download at the top right. The arrow. And then yes, click the button. This is virus, so that's fine. All right, now it downloaded and it put it into your downloads folder. Look at the next step. Okay, we're good? All right, so I don't know if we can get through 60 at this rate. Okay, let's pace it up a little bit. All right, we're gonna double click the entry, and this is how you're gonna read the packets, okay? So the first entry, we're gonna double click. And then what you're gonna do is you are going to look for, it breaks it down into different protocol categories. And this is why, right, forensic network knowledge and hardware knowledge is important. So it would gel more if you have taken or currently in network classes. But just to sum it up, right, we want to look into each of the protocol details to give us more information about that traffic, that packet. Okay? So we're gonna go Ethernet. And then you would see that there is your source MAC address. I said, see the address in parentheses. Okay? So don't look at the destination, look at the source. You see the source right here? You can expand on it, and it says, click the arrow, and it gives you the expand drop down. And there's the address. Okay? So type down the address. See the parentheses. I recommend you type the whole thing. Okay? But I put down the parentheses so it's easy for you. But yeah, if you want, you can put down the whole thing, because it tells you your host name along with your addresses. Okay. but the address is in the parentheses here. That's how the MAC address look like. It's in hexadecimal and it would have colon like that. So you gotta type the whole thing. Okay. Then we're gonna close this window. Who needs help? We're good? Okay. You guys just talking. All right. So that's how you look at the packet detail. Okay. Now we're gonna clear the filter. We're gonna look for other things. So first, I need to kind of find out who's connecting to web servers or obtaining web, right? Then I wanted to find out more about the computer name, the host names, right? And also server message block information, communication using SMB for the computer with its name, okay? Because, so to filter, we're gonna type this into our filter bar. So to clear it out, click the red X, and we're back to our normal traffic. And then we're gonna type in, and I'm gonna minimize this so I can type and see at the same time. So I'm gonna type in NBNS space or space SMB space or SMB2, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for these services on how the systems are communicating by system names, right? If you read that section, it talks about SMB traffic and the host name. So when we say host name, it's just the system name. So once you have that filter put in, you can press enter or click the blue arrow. And it's gonna filter you down to like all of this. But if you look, there's a lot of packets to go through, right? So what we're gonna do is we are gonna click the plus sign, the black plus sign next to the arrow. And then the label, you just put in registration. And then you click OK.
You said to skip the update here,
Yeah, close that.
close the window.
So you notice that it brings you directly to that registration when you put in that label. So here it is, right? And there's your desktop, your computer name. Okay. So once I have registration label and I click the plus sign and I just type in registration in the label and then click OK. See how it adds that label there? And it takes me to all the registration traffic. So registration is a process where the system, right? Here, it talks about that here. Where the system is recognized and we want that source IP address, right? We were looking at only the registration service for that. So I would see the desktop, and you can always click the packet and it gives you the detail pane here, or you can double click in Wireshark. So in Wireshark, we would see, and for those of you who learn networking, right, you see that when you see F like this, that's a broadcast address. That means it's sent to everybody. See how it says broadcast? And then for the source, when you double click the packet, you would see, remember it back to the MAC address that we recorded, right? That's the same system. And then so you can see the desktop -E7FH, that's your computer name. Okay, so to answer the question for 23A, that's the computer name here. Symbol and all. Hmm? Say it again. Look at the desktop and all of that. That's where you can find the computer name. Starting from desktop, all the capital letter from desktop to the end of the symbol.
I'm on number 14,
Hmm.
and it says, open, balance, extracting. Right, now 15, wants to, this has to load, right?
Yep.
So
Yes, to your answer. So what step are you at, Gabe?
on number 14, and then it says,
Yeah, you already loaded. It's already showing it. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
so it says.
No, why are you running Wireshark? Click stop. Click the red button. Okay, follow the instructions. It says click file. File at the top. Follow the steps. Open. And then go to downloads and find the folder without the zip symbol. Okay, so once we have that, we have the answer for 23. See, I already put the hint. You guys just need to read the instruction. Read. That's important, right? All right, we're gonna clear the filter field now. Click the X. Okay, we're back to our original traffic. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in Kerberos.c name string. Type it as it is. Okay. Oops. I meant to do this. So back to our filter bar. And we're gonna do Kerberos. And it gives you the suggestion there in case you're not sure. And then we're gonna do C name string. And if you type a few letters, you can also click the option and it had that list pre-filled. And then once you have that all green, right, and good, you can press enter or click the arrow. So Kerberos is a protocol that's used in Windows system for authentication. It uses encryption, right? We discussed this when we did lab 1. Now, CNAME string allows you to locate things in text format, like plain text. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for a user account that's tied to that computer so we can see who downloads the malware, right? Okay, so once you filter it, you're gonna scroll down to the last entry. Why is it not clearing this? So make sure that we clear out all the other filter expression because sometimes the last one sticks in there. So let me try that again. Because otherwise you're not going to get the right result. Okay. So make sure we clear the other stuff out down here. Okay, so once you have that and other filter is not applied, we're gonna scroll down and then and then we can, so the source, we can double click and check. Let me see. Yeah, so if you double click the last packet, and then scroll down to Kerberos, expand it. Oh no, that's not the right one. Let me find it. Is it not clearing this part? We have to find the. I think the first one should be okay. Let me find it because I told you guys to look at the last one, but it has reorganized it. Okay. Work for us that. Okay, so so once you filter, you guys see the destination 10.0.0.6, right? Here's the source. So mostly it's just between these two computer connecting, like this connected to here and it's connecting back, right? And you see that on the right hand side, it says as.req. So we want to look at the authentication, looking at the user account or the username. So double click the packet and you're going to go down to Kerberos. You're going to click the arrow to expand, and you are going to expand all the way, right? Sometime we are finding needles in the haystack. So ASREC, expand that. Go down and expand more, rec body. And you're gonna see some CNAME information. And this is where you're gonna get this the text string. So things in plain text gets captured on the network packet, and we can find it this way. So especially when it's for Kerberos, you know, authentication. So what's my username? So I click on Kerberos, ASREC, and CNAME. So rec body and then CNAME. So just keep on going all the way. You got to drill all the way down until you find CNAME. And then I'm sorry that, yeah, there's a CNAME string. Okay. This one, desktop, blah, blah, blah with the $sign. That's the username.
With the same. Press enter, it'll be like it.
Click the file, that file. Just continue without saving. All right. Okay, good. Wait, next step. Okay, so everybody got that? Questions? Okay, you're there. Proceed to the next step, please. Oh, not next. That's the username. Remember, you certainly have to use it. Stop that. Yeah, it's just contain it so you get the virus. But you saw what virus it is. It says, yeah, okay. All right, so we got the account information, right? Now clear the filter. Okay. So I went from web request to computer name to user account. You see how it's methodical? Okay. So now we're gonna clear everything. And if you have this, make sure you clear this out because you don't want to apply that same filter again. And then we're gonna do the HTTP request and not SSDP. So we're going back to dot request, right? Let me minimize this so we can see it together. Okay, and then space and not SSDP. Okay, once I have all green, press enter or click the arrow. So now we drill down to two packets. Two packets that for web connection. And then screenshot this answer the question. How many packets? So you got 2 entry, right? So 2 packets. What is the destination address? If you have addresses, write those down. Okay. So now we drill down to two packets that contain the traffic. I meant the second result. Sorry, I had corrected this, but I should correct it again. So on this, we're gonna double click. You can click it and view it. So if I click it, I can see it on here, but if I double click it, it just opened up here. Okay. So the second packet, I'm gonna double click and find the information. So what's the arrival time, it asked me, right? So it says, once you open up the packet, let's see. Click on frame at the top, and you should see the timestamp. That's part of your frame header. So again, select the second packet, double click, and then expand frame. Click the arrow next to frame, and you should see the time. Are you at the filter already? Okay, double click the second packet, and then click the arrow next to frame. The first list, frame. And you should see the time. Where can I find the time? It's right here. But it's specific. So use Google and convert it to UTC, right? Be resourceful. You can find links so you can put that in and then convert it to UTC. Remember, this is PST, so I want you to convert it to UTC. You can write down the time and then do it later for the answer. Okay. So we need to convert it to UTC. And then what we're going to do is we are going to find out the actual host name and if there's server information. Because web server, if it's responding in, the request, it should give you some information. Now, I want you to focus on also looking at this. You have 2 things, right? 2 packets. And the info, it tells you here, that's important. It tells you get digicert, right? And it's a .cert file that's coming through HTTP. So when you're connecting to a domain, there's a get, right? Action with the server. When you're inputting data onto that website, that's a post, right? So we have to know HTTP technology as well. So we're going to right click and then click follow. And then it tells you to choose TCP stream, right? Yep. So when I'm following the stream, basically I'm looking at how many conversations back and forth between the computer and the server. Okay, so it's gonna tell you here there are 2 server packets and 1 client packet, and then it gives you the timestamp again. Okay, but remember, all right, looking at, is it the proper time, GMT, right? We want UTC. Okay, so here basically it tells you what is your host name. So when you're looking at the stream, here's all your data. You have to find the information, right? So it says, right click the, there's your server information. There's your host name, which is your domain name right here. It says host, you can't go wrong. And whenever you see user agent, that's like a browser component. Okay, so, and then sometimes it's not apparent at the top. You kind of have to read through, look through, scroll down, and look for more information. Okay, and then there's your, so it gives you the encryption algorithm and type for that certificate. Yes.
Okay, at this point,
What's that?
20,
Mm-hmm.
so to click the red dot right here.
Red X at the top. Okay, you already cleared the filter. Did you do the last step? Did you do 15 through 17?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you already clear it, and then now you just type in the bolded letters.
Type it in up here.
Yeah, and then click the arrow again or press enter. Okay, so we're back to step, what was it? 30. If you guys need to refilter, all your filters gets cached right here. So let me look through it again. Okay, now I had the wrong packet written down for you guys. It was the first packet. Sorry. When I tested it last night, when I rewrote the step, I guess I'm using a different version. Also, when I'm filtering, I might have mixed something up, but okay. Double click the first packet now. You see this .dat? That's your virus right there. Virus like to have, files like this, .dat for Windows. So if I need to refilter after, right, go back to your filter bar, click the drop down menu, and then select my last filter, which is the HTTP request one, and then press enter. So I'm back to the 2 packets. Find the first packet, double click. Okay. And the timestamp for the virus, the same thing. It's about seconds in between, so it's the same timestamp. And then I right click the first packet, and then I put in, I select follow, and then I would do TCP stream. And then you gotta scroll down. I find the MZ information. I'm trying to see if you can find it. Yeah, at the top, I'm sorry. So the MZ information is like right after the cache content disposition. And I set that right there in the information. So view the first packet instead of the second. I had it right the first time. I don't know why I changed it to the second.
I did this, but it won't go. I press the arrow, it goes.
Did you typed it wrong. When it's pink like that, check your typing. Okay, are we good? Need any help? What do you think it should be? So if I filter, right, that was where you left off last time, right? Put the first packet destination, the 128. because it's this file right here, the certificate is just for the authentication before they got that file, right? I log in and then I download it. You see what I mean? That's the process in that event. Someone access the computer with that credential logged into the website and then download that virus. So this is right here. So the first packet, your destination is 128.254.207.55. And then so that was for 28.
This looks right.
Space matters. Don't take out the comma.
That's fine.
Okay, so once you have the packet, the first one, I'm gonna right click, follow TCP stream. Why do I choose TCP stream? Right, because transmission control protocol goes through the acknowledgement and the synchronization. HTTP is under TCP. So this is why you can also choose HTTP stream to look at the conversation between the HTTP server and its client. And then you can find the MZ information here. So it tells you that you will see 2-character MZ. This program cannot run DOS mode, which indicates that it is a window executable file. That's important to note. Or dynamic library file. We talked about that during the first lab, right? Malware tends to use that because it can access from software to hardware level. After that, you would close the stream. Then we're going to export the file now, right? We know that it came into the network on that packet. We need to take the file out or examine the file, right? So what we're going to do is you can export the object and then click HTTP. So close this window, go here, go export object, and then choose HTTP. And then we're going to select the file name, the .dat one, because there's a cert. We don't need that one. We need the .tat one. And then we're going to click save. And then you can put it onto the Wireshark, or you can put it in. Now, realistically, I would do this in a folder, right, pertaining to this investigation. Okay. So I need you to screenshot that when you click save. So I'm gonna go ahead and save it to the default, or you can go to downloads or documents or whatever. So put it on the desktop, click save. So Windows Defender right away, it says, oh no, I found a threat. I'm gonna lock it away, right? So if you really want to see this virus, it's already contained, it's locked away. So you're gonna click this message, and it's gonna bring you to the security center for Windows, and you can say yes. And then scroll down. So it says threat found, action needed. And it tells you, this is important, don't disregard this. It tells you what kind of malware it is. It's a Trojan Win32. You guys know what Trojan does, right? It masquerades in it. Okay, all right. So, and it says this program is dangerous and execute commands from an attacker, so they can remote control your system. And it's stored here. I put it on my desktop, right? Now, if it's locked away, right? So here, if it's locked away, you can choose action, and then you can restore it. But for me, right? It's saying that, do I want to put it away or not? I can quarantine it and so on. But if yours is quarantined, you can use the security center to restore it. So your action should have to restore it. Okay. Mine didn't quarantine it yet, but it found it and it's severe, right? Okay, so screenshot that. You can screenshot where you saved it, or you can screenshot where you restore it.
Not having any description.
Do you want to take any action?
Is yours like this? Okay. Yeah, so if it's a virus, you can quarantine it, but you can take it from quarantine and put it back by doing restore, right? Because basically Microsoft Windows Defender, just lock it away, but you don't have to. If you want to examine it and test it in a black box, like release it and see what it does, then you can restore it. Understand? So yeah, you can just leave. So we would quarantine it. Yeah. And then if I want to unquarantine it, I go here, right? And I go to action and I just click restore. You can see how Windows Defender works? It's like we put it into a container, lock it away, and then we can release it again. Okay. So here I put some information there. You can close it. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I want the virus information where it says Trojan.
See, I did this. Yes.
Okay, just X. Okay. So, drop down. Why don't you have the web capture? Okay, you didn't have that. Okay. NDNS or SSD or SSD2. Okay. Okay. This is that, because you're, do the last step again, because you don't have it.
Which is,
Go up. Do this part, because it's not stored, it's not cached in your computer, so it doesn't recognize your command. Okay. So we're gonna do command prompt. And remember, I put mine on my desktop, so if you don't put it on your desktop, you gotta put in the right path. So make sure your malware is on your desktop in order for this to work. Okay, otherwise you just put in the path here. Okay, so go here, close this, open up command prompt by doing CMD. Open that up. And then what you're gonna do is you are going to type in this command. And instead of this, you're gonna put in your, sorry, I had forgotten to change this 27A.
go back.
Go back to what? Open up command prompt?
Yeah.
Okay. So type in CMD for command prompt, press enter. Or you can search for command prompt on Windows search bar. Everything is searchable. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna type in that bolded command, this one. But we're gonna change up the user account. You guys already know what malware is, but So what am I teaching you here is to get the hash value for the virus. And then based on that hash value, you can also find it in Wireshark as well. You can go to a website and be able to find it. So let's try this, okay? So we're gonna do a assert util hash file C users CIS27A student. And remember, I put mine on my desktop, so if you put yours somewhere else, you gotta put in that path. Otherwise, you have to export it again and save it to desktop, right? Redo that step. 86607.dat, and we are gonna look at SHA-256. Oh, well, if if your file is quarantined, you're gonna see this. So let me check. I'll go back to threat and protection. So if we quarantine it, it's not gonna see it. Let's see. Set. I'm gonna restore it. And then run it again. There it is. Well, yeah, so if you quarantine it, it's not gonna show you the hash value because it can't find it. So you have to go through virus threat to protection and then unquarantine.
Steps, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think to make sure. That's the MVP.
Okay, so you have that. Now, in the, so, okay, go there. You save the filter. Arrow key. Hold on. The arrow, the plus sign, I'm sorry. What is that? Okay, you can come back to that and do the other steps. Come back to this one, go now. You need to do the other folder.
This one? So this, in here.
Yep. Okay, everybody okay with this? Have any questions? How did I get this hash? Yep. Okay. So open up command prompt by doing CMD. And then type in the step 37, but instead of 41A, put in your class 27A. But remember that I saved mine on the desktop, so make sure that you, when you export, put it on your desktop. Export the virus earlier. Make sure that it's on your desktop. Okay. So it shows my SHA right here. And then I can take this. Sorry. So cert util is the command for hash ID in Windows. Let me see if it lets me copy. And then you put that value into virus total to find the Trojan. But where's your file? Yeah, you're CIS. Oh, you have to restore it. Sirs. See it? On stream right there. From 7 to 2. This one, the whole thing, the whole thing. That many characters. David? Yeah. Put your files in your desktop?
I think so.
Picking fastest thing.
Little tricky, you gotta, like,
File, yeah, click on the packet, and the file. Yeah, you want that file. That's the. Then click the file and then export. It's that file at the top. Object. Try that. Okay, I know some of you want to go home already. Some of you are done. Okay, hurry up, Dr. Nguyen, let's get going. Okay, so once you have the hash value, visit the website, you gotta put in the whole shebang, okay? Now, sometimes, yes, you have to type out the whole thing or copy paste or whatever. You can use the virtual machine, Chrome, and then paste it in. Find out the information of the malware, put down the date. You can also filter this part, so practice your filter and then find out some information that's listed there, okay? So proceed to the next step and keep on going. Are we okay with that? Anybody else who needs help?
I can't get past this thing.
Okay, I'll be back. Let me call. Okay, move on to the next few commands and filter, please, and then. Okay, so I'm gonna reopen your application and reload it, okay? And this. It's possible that we loaded the compressed file. So open. Look. There you go. Yeah, just have to reopen that. Right, this right here, right?
Yeah.
That's the next step, is 37. How do you open the command prompt? No, not instead of opening, we don't need that.
No, one, oh, that's right.
Command prompt, right, you already have to open this page. So, so you don't have to pull for us to do this. Certainly, you don't have to. Okay, proceed. Okay, let me pause, take attendance, because I know some students are already done. They have to get home or get to work. And then I will continue to do some demos. So let me pause it real quick, okay? Okay, so once we have the virus information from Virus Total website, that's where you can find your malware information, right? It gives you some additional so you can look at some of the postings and then you can also find additional information with the filter, okay? To find more of the traffic details on how it spread or where it went or, things like that, you can also look at this filter option. So back to your virtual machine. right? Back to your Wireshark. And I'm gonna make it smaller so we can type and see. And then we can clear the filter. And then we would type in TLS, lowercase, handshake, dot type, EQ1, and not TLS dot handshake dot extension. Type, and you can click it if you don't want to type out the whole thing, and then EQ0. Grab. Okay, so you can see the addresses in the result for the list. Good night. Thank you. All the addresses that would be related to that filter. So this is for the handshake that uses TLS. So established communication, you're searching by that type. So =1 is true, 0 is false. So whenever you see that, right, we can specify that with the filter option. And then on Wireshark, you can also use like statistic and things. I'm trying to see if it can do a count for you. But you can take a look at the, the output information. So here we would answer the question, how many addresses are part of the internal network? So all the 10.0.0. That's the internal private address. And then any other are gonna be outside. Yes, sometimes you have to count up all of them, right? But application should have a counter type so you can take a look and see. I'm trying to see if it's it can only give you the conversations. Or the sort. Maybe not this version. Okay. So answer those. How many addresses start with the 10? And then how many addresses that's not, right? That's different. That doesn't start with the 10. Then we put in this other filter. And this other filter is also looking at the secured handshake communication, but we are going to filter out the IP address. Remember we wrote this down earlier, right? When we did the other filter, we wrote down the destination address of the virus packet. So that's how we filter it. Okay. We don't just come up with the address, arbitrary address. It's the address from earlier results. So let's try that. You can also use double equal sign instead of EQ. 632.
I think I'm missing a.
And that gives you the one packet, right? That we saw. That's the server packet.
I think I'm missing a one in front of this, because there's no IP address with this, the 49. It's 120.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, so you can click it, but you want the one with the AS red. Pick that one. double click it and then go click on Kerberos.
Yeah.
And then ASREC. And then you gotta expand it so you or drag it. And then rec body. Put the arrow okay, to expand. And then C name. Put the arrow, got it, okay, again.
This one, yeah?
Yeah, you gotta expand it, and then C name string. So that's the user. Okay, so we narrow down to that one packet with this filter. And then you can filter another address. So we can repeat this, and then you can change up so you don't have to type the whole thing, right? So click the drop down arrow and you can find your historical filter. And then we do 208.187.122.74. Okay. Then we see these packets. And here it talks about how that's used for the certificate. We saw earlier when we see the certificate coming through. So for the certificate, we're going to look at the RDN sequence. And you can find that on transport. So click expand on the certificate, and then you would be able to see it.
That's it.
Yep. But now we have to finish all this stuff.
You can give the time.
Well, it's a type of crackpot. There's variations of different crackpot. And then earlier in your Windows perspective under the shows it's a crackpot. If you already know what kind of code it is, earlier that and it has to, yeah, so on, so virus total tells you that this is the type of virus. Okay. Is it exactly like that? Sometimes. So does that match with what you have here? So, yeah.
If it matches, then it's.
Yeah, sometimes it is a variation of it. So it's a crackpot. Crackpot is fairly new. Yes. So, have to look for the certificate. Otherwise, you have to find. That's the one. What's the sign? What does it look like this out? So these are the iPad. Five, well, five packets. That's like five. Okay, so anything that's not, I said, what's not ten, right? Ten is the internal, so how many of those are not ten? It doesn't start with a ten. Yeah, three. There you go. Other questions? We're good?
It says how many packets after you display, there's two of them, right?
Yeah, use the first one, not the second one, Gabe, okay? I had swapped them last night and it's the first packet.
So just click on that.
Yeah, click on the first instead of the second. If it says second, click the first. The one with the .dat file. Okay, so I know, I left it off right here. And then you just need to expand. 1.2 records. Bye. Put in transport, handshake, and then you can find the information. So we have to find the RDN. So, good night. Finish? Did you finish? Okay, all right. So RDN sequence section for the certificate issuer, it's gonna tell you the company's name and then the common name value. You need help? Yeah, you don't have the. Yeah, I wasn't seeing anything.
How do I get the UTC and regular time?
So you gotta double click the packet. And then click on frame. Click to expand. So it gives you the arrival time, but in specific for you to convert. So it tells you who provides it and what's the company. Yeah, organization. Okay. So that worksheet is in the whole thing required to manage. Yeah, so. Yeah, just put the whole thing, so SFTP dot, right, dot, in the filter. Questions, okay?
How do I get to the host?
What does it say? On the top, right, click the first packet and select follow. You're at 30, right?
Yeah.
Close that. So right click it. Follow. And what does it say next? TCP stream. Okay, we click certificate, then keep going, then keep going. Then RDN sequence, keep going, and you will find the OUs and the common names there. Oh, imagine if I keep that other section for phishing email, we'll be here a long time. Okay, so this gives you a lot of practice in finding, using filter. And then when you get to the later section, you're gonna do simple mail transfer protocol. And we are gonna look for, because it's bots, right? For the crack bots, we want to filter for the spam bot. And you can, you would have it contain certain text. And then all together at the end, you're gonna put everything together for number 59. You doing okay? Anybody else need help? Okay, let me go to SI's hand. How do you click on the, what, which one? It says certificate. So the transport security, so you have to click that, right? Expand that. So open up the packet. The first one, the second one, same. And then transport layer security. Certificate, the second. Certificate. Handshake protocol. Handshake protocol. The last, right above it. No. Yeah, sorry. Cooking certificate. Fine. Slow down. Try to take it. This part, now you can find RDM people, right? That, the entrance. Good. Good job. Put the drive back. Make sure you put it back so someone, otherwise it's gonna be missing. Oh, you put it there already?
No, no, it's the, because three of us need to use the same drive. So.
Oh, someone else is using it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Bye.
Have a good night.
Night.
Expand the window. For object.